Good evening, Rimsey. How are you? So I brought it up a little bit early in order for people to be able to join. So in the meantime, what I can do is play the corporate video that we have for you.
Have you always dreamed about moving to the UK? Always wanted to start a new life somewhere new, but never knew how? Come see us at Aqua Investment. We make dreams a reality. Meet one of our professional advisors that will answer all of your questions in any chosen language from English, Arabic, Hindi, Farsi, Urdu. These advisors are trained professionals to guide you through the process from start to finish, from moving your whole family to the UK or opening a branch or even investing in a new business. We support you throughout. From day one, we go on a journey together to achieve your goals of receiving your permanent residency and your passport. We have 4 types of visa. Sole representative visa. This allows you to open a branch in the UK if you hold a senior position, such as a manager, or be a minority shareholder within an existing business. UK Tier 1 Innovator visa. Either you can invest into your own business or invest into a business recommended by us, which is pre-endorsed with investment starting from £50,000. UK Startup visa. This visa gives you 2 years to develop a business idea and then move on to another visa category, also allowing you to study and work full-time. Investor visa. You can invest from £2 million, £5 million or £10 million into a new or existing business for a faster route to permanent residency and passport. The United Kingdom is famous for its diverse culture, free education and free healthcare, access to over 200 countries, visa-free, and much, much more. Moving to one of the most amazing countries in the world is a great step for the rest of your life. So why not take that step today? Contact us at Aqua Investments to start your journey.
Good afternoon and possibly good morning for some of you. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Sam Pirzad. We will get out on the webinar now. Thank you so much for your cooperation. So a little brief introduction to myself. I myself am a UK national, half English, half Iranian, however, with over 12 years experience in sales and providing solutions to clients around the world. I do have an honours degree from Middlesex University in business management, and I'm also a professional legal advisor when it comes to immigration. I also have a very diverse knowledge of investment opportunities, whether it's in the UAE or around the world, and also in the UK specifically, and as well a diverse knowledge in immigration. With over 8,500 hours of experience providing assistance and solutions to individuals seeking the UK residency and or second passports and citizenship. Currently, I've racked up 134 successful applications for my clients with, I would like to boast, a 91% success rate. I'll explain how we keep our success rates very high later on. I also speak English and fast. Unfortunately, I can't read or write, but I can definitely have a conversation. So Aqua Investments, who are we? What can we do for you? With a 90% success rate all round, this is provided by the way we qualify our clients. The eligibility factors are very important. As you can see down the list, we provide a money-back guarantee. Therefore, instead of wasting the client's time and our own time, we make sure that the client has a very, very high chance of success, therefore maintaining a very high standard of approval rates on the UK residents. So in total, we have 60+ years of collective industry experience providing UK immigration to our clients with a diverse team of experienced legal and investment advisors. Like I said, we provide a money-back guarantee on our programs. So this just gives them more credibility for our clients. Premium service as well. We pride ourselves on providing the client not just with the residency, but also, being able to tend and care to their needs. Moving to a new country is difficult, so we give the residency. We provide them with the excess care, schooling, finding healthcare, opening bank accounts, etc. The customer care and dedicated account manager is very important. Making sure the client is always up to date with their application and their process, to keep transparent with the government, the replies, the responses, and how their application is doing. Our headquarters are in Dubai, although we do have a global presence around the world with partner offices in the United Kingdom, obviously, where our lawyers are based, and also in Pakistan, India, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, and South Africa. The languages we speak are, as you can see, extensive. English, Arabic, Farsi, Hindi, Urdu, Chinese, Russian, and Tagalog. If there are any that aren't available, we do have an extensive team where we might be able to cater to any specific other languages that you may require. So today we'll be going over 3 of the UK residency programs which we provide our services for. UK Overseas Business Representative, also known as Sole Rep. So if you hear me saying Sole Rep, we are referring to opening a branch office of your existing business in the UK, which will provide you and your family residency. UK Tier 1 Innovator program. This is an investment program with a minimum starting investment of £50,000 and the highly sought after UK Tier 1 Investor Visa. This is for your general high net worth individual, starting investment at £2 million. So let's dive straight in. Also going over points of the UK. A lot of you, I'm sure, will be looking at the UK as it's an economic hub, close to maybe of your home countries, within let's say between a 7 to 9 hour flight time. Also, you're looking at the diverse multicultural society and the lifestyle that it provides, providing that ethnic community and culture that may be close to home for. And also, of course, the superior standard of education in the UK for many, many years has been the #1 sought after standard or level of education, should we say, around the world. Private schools and the public schools hold a very high standard, with over 150 universities and higher education institutions. One of the best free healthcares on the planet. Arguably, there are a lot of countries that provide very good healthcare to its residents or citizens. The UK, definitely one of the best out there. This is obviously provided free to you and your family from the moment of residence. Member of the G8, maybe some of you political, individuals that follow such news or events around the world. They are, part of the G8. An unrivaled financial business center. Obviously, UK is a hub around the world for politics and for business alike. It provides you with a great platform for diversification. Also, the tax regime for high net worth investors. There's many different ways of being able to avoid taxation in the UK, especially for the high net worth individuals, as long as your residency is considered as a non-domicile, so you're not doing that on a permanent basis. We can even provide you with affiliates that will assist you with the taxation. Travel and mobility and security of the UK passport. Now, understandably, the passport comes after some time. However, you would also be able to benefit from, easier travel document being obtained, such as residencies or visas in other countries, simply based on the fact that you are a UK. One of the strongest passports in the world. Arguably, I believe we're in the top 6 at the moment. This comes with a lot of benefits. Obviously, even if you want to obtain the UK citizenship living abroad, people don't like to think about it, but if there's any natural disasters or any issues globally, the UK do take care of their own, and you'll be in safe hands. So this is a very strong point here. UK citizens are allowed to have visa-free travel to 186 countries. So again, it's one of the highest free roaming passports in the world. Moving on to the sole rep program. So foreign nationals willing to open a branch office of an existing business outside the UK without having to identify any specific amount of investment. This provides a great opportunity for individuals to open the branch without having to nominate a large amount of cash, demonstrate a specific workforce, etc. It allows you to diversify your business very quickly and very cheap. And of course, by benefiting the UK residents. So what is the sole rep program? You can apply to get the UK residency as a representative of an overseas business. The criteria states you need to be recruited or employed by a company whose headquarters, principal place of business are outside the UK. So as long as the business is registered to any country outside the UK, we can now create a branch inside the UK. You would need to have extensive knowledge in the industry. As long as it's not a very specific industry, we can, for example, still get away with adding you to the business plan as if you have the knowledge of that industry, which would give you the resident. So here you need to hold a senior position in the company, or you could have a share in the company. However, we do not advise having more than 30% as criteria gets a bit more difficult. So we can discuss this in more detail later on one-on-one. If any of you have higher shares than 30%, we can definitely assist you on how we can get around. The duration of the visa for the sole rep program starts initially with a 3-year residency. This would come after the business plan has been approved, which we would provide for you. Once you've demonstrated that you have engaged in some business, again, there's no specific turnover required, no staffing requirements either. You would, after 3 years completion in the UK, you would extend for another 2 years. Our legal advisors and lawyers will assist with this process. So now you've completed 5 years, you've been running the branch successfully or unsuccessfully, it's not a criteria. You can apply for settlement, also known as the permanent residency for a lot of other countries. This would allow you to now settle permanently in the UK. Again, for other nationalities, it's not a requirement for you to necessarily take the passport if your birth country does not allow dual nationality. So you would be able to retire and settle in the UK just on the permanent residence. After obtaining the PR, this is when you would apply for the actual citizenship, which takes a period of 9 months to acquire. Once you've settled, again, like I said, the visa will be granted for a 3-year period. After the 2 years of extension, 5 years in the UK. During these years, you would need to complete a minimum of 6 months per year in the country. Now, this is broken up as you wish and as you can manage. You don't have to spend the 185 days in total in a block form. You can do 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Basically, as many of the flights you can afford, to be honest, you can travel. So the benefits and advantages here are you can work for your employer full-time, or if it's your own business, you can open the branch full-time in the UK, bring along your family and dependents with you to the UK as well. So children below 18 and obviously a spouse. Applying for settlement or passport after 5 years, you do not have to make any investment. This is very important. Initially, during the application and submission phase, you would need to show a specific amount of liquid cash in the company bank account. This is just a financial show of strength. As obviously we are proposing you are opening a branch without any capital in your business in the mother company, it doesn't look that feasible that you are capable of creating a branch in another country. So no investment requirements. You don't have to maintain any maintenance funds for proof of living, and you don't have to stay continuously in the UK. So you also receive free lifetime medical health in the UK with the residency, free education for all children under 18, and the spouse does not have any limitations in terms of working for a company full-time or even studying for that matter. So moving into the sort of the process and the timelines of how it all works, what we would provide to you as a service, we would analyze your business in terms of the financials, the track record, and we will build your corporate application in terms of a business plan. So as long as the business has been active for more than 12 months, does have corporate bank statements and audited reports. These are some of the documents that we would require. A minimum of 12 months running an active business. We will create a business plan around your business and we will tweak it according to the UK economy and the commercial aspects. Your suppliers, your customers will be different, marketing campaign will be different. So it's around a 50 to 70 page document. It's very important. This is what we get approved for you from the government. This is what we give you a guarantee on. The English skill required for this program is a UK VI life skills test. Very simple, listening and speaking. As long as you can hold a very brief conversation in English, you're more than eligible for this program. Now, there is a potential for interview. This would again correlate directly to the business plan. If the business plan doesn't look as feasible as they would like, and they have some questions, this is where they will have a request interview run. As of last year's report, 20% of our clients faced interviews. That means out of every 10 applicants, 8 of them would go through interview free. So it's a very high number, very hassle-free and very, very quick for the sole representative. So the turnaround time for the program is approximately at the moment 3 to 4 months. Unfortunately, with Corona upon us, things do tend to drag a little bit. However, we focus on a 60 to 90 day period for this program. Adding a few delays at the moment, you're looking at a 3 to 4 month period realistic. Once you get the residency, you travel to the UK. So now you've completed your UAE, the Dubai office part of the process. We've now got you the residency, you're traveling to the UK, and the process goes as follows. You need to stay 6 months every year. It's very key that you stay 6 months every year in order to not face any issues when you're trying to settle after 5 years. So 6 months filled every year. After 3 years, again, an extension on your residency would be provided where you will be able to fill out your 5th year, and then you would get settled. But it's very important to note also that the mother company throughout these 5 years of your branch operation in the UK, the mother company must at least remain with an active trade license. Whether the business has now become dormant or not, this is a rule change as of June last year. Fortunately, due to Corona, a lot of businesses have been struggling and therefore shut down or become dormant at least. So the UK is very understanding in this regard. You can, if you want to maybe diversify your hub or your mother company or your operation to the UK now, as long as the trade license is active here, that would not be a problem. So the key benefits, again, being able to bring your family to the UK, starting your branch in the UK as well. Free education and free healthcare, visa travel to 186 countries. Now you can go on Passport Index and have a look at the strength of the passport if you'd like. This is visa-free travel around the world. No minimum investment at all. Low stay requirements, no turnover or threshold limitations, no employee requirements, and also channel permit is allowed. So very briefly, I won't go into it, it's quite technical. Channel permit allows a business with more than one shareholder or one managing director to provide a new permit for the partner if the business is diversifying in the UK and growing at a significant rate. We are able to also apply for additional members of your business and their families to benefit from UK residence. So the fees and charges for this program, it's very similar throughout. It's a £15,000 service charge consultation charge from our side. Again, very key to note, with a money-back guarantee if we are unable to provide our approval. So upon signing the contract with us, this will get the ball rolling in terms of your application, documents processing, and business plan creation. So signing the contract is a £5,000 upfront fee. Once all the documentation has been acquired, your business plan has been created, and upon your approval, we will now do what's called the online submission. So the online submission allows us to now directly integrate with the UK government, initiating your immigration process and application. Once we're booking your online submission forms, we will request a second payment of £5,000. Now, here we wait for the government to do their due diligence on your program and on your application. Once they provide the go-ahead, sort of a pre-approval, they will now request all of your physical documentation, bank statements, audit reports, etc., in physical format. This is where we will book your application through the VFS, the Global Visa Services, including your passport. So your passport here would go on top. Around a 20-day processing time on average, and your passport will return with the visa inside. This is a formality allowing you to travel to the UK in your new life. So once we're booking the VFS for the physical submission, the third and final payment of £5,000 will be issued. This will cover you and your family until permanent residency, where you are eligible to apply for your passport. Moving on to the Innovator program. So this is where foreign nationals willing to set up or run a new business in the UK with an innovative idea or twist are eligible by applying and simply investing £50,000 into this business. So the Innovator Residency is a points-based system, basically for individuals who are seeking residency in the country for business purposes as well, for new business purposes, specifically under the Tier 1 guidance of the system. There's two routes under the Innovator program. So either you can provide your own innovative business idea. We would formulate the business plan for that and get an approval from the endorsement bodies. Now, just a quick brush up on the endorsement bodies. The endorsement bodies are third-party companies which have been hired by the UK directly to fulfill this job role of approving and denying innovative businesses that hold certain criteria such as scalability, viability, growth, low risk factors, and obviously a foundation of innovation. So it has to be something new and creative, not your run-of-the-mill business. So how you qualify for this, the applicant would need to score a minimum of 70 points. The investment funds so this is very important to also understand. The investment funds of £50,000 would remain in your bank account, where you would provide bank statements showing your willingness or your incentive and intention to invest into these businesses in the UK. You would keep that aside. Once you get the UK residency, you would be expected to make that investment in the near future. So other criteria needed for this program is you need to do an IELTS test level B2. This is a general IELTS, not academic, so it's rather easy as well. 5.5 score is required in each of the bands. Maintenance funds. So maintenance funds, again, are basically a little bit of cash deposited in your account, demonstrating to the UK government that you are able to support yourself in terms of rent, food, clothing, etc. The main applicant of the program, it would be £945. This isn't monthly, it's just a lump sum, as long as you can show 945 for the main applicant and 630 for each dependent. So again, settlement is very similar to the branch office. However, for the first time ever, the UK have released a fast track program, which we'll dive into a little bit later. So again, your initial residency will be granted for a 3-year period. At the end of this 3 years, you would be also potentially eligible for the indefinite leave to remain, the PR. So the innovative visa holder needs to spend, again, 185 days in the country. to apply for settlement over a 5-year period. But if you do make yourself eligible with certain criteria within a 3-year period, you are able to settle after that 3rd year. So the advantages here are you can work for your own business full time, have multiple businesses as an entrepreneur. So however, you will not be able to work full time for another company. You'll have to be dedicated to this. But on the side, you are able to open additional business. So achieving the ILR route in 3 years, there's 7 criteria which needs to be looked at, and 2 of those 7 needs to be complete. Dependents are also allowed to study and work full-time in the UK under the Tier 1 application. Now, what you don't have to do is make any investment before the visa, as I mentioned, and you can stay continuously in the UK if you choose. Furthermore, if you aren't looking to move or migrate immediately, the advantage that the Tier 1 Innovator program does have over the branch office, as long as your investment has been made in the country, you're not required to spend theoretically any time in the country, as long as you are happy just the resident. Now, I must warn you that keeping the residency only and not spending the time in the UK will automatically have a knock-on effect in terms of how long it will take you to receive your citizenship. So how it works here is, again, display of £50,000 in your personal account. Now, what we can also do is called a gift deed. If you have family members, it must be family members. They can provide a gift deed to you, nominating this amount of funds on your behalf. Maintenance funds to be kept also in the bank account, and a UK VI general IELTS test. Here's where we provide the proposed business plan and endorsements. So here again, going back into the 2 routes, you can either provide your business idea, or very importantly, we can provide you with the plug and play, hassle-free, pre-endorsed business plans from our side. This would allow you to save a lot of time and for you to invest in a business that has great potential, already been approved from the UK government. We have a vast different amount of choices in terms of industry and sector with these businesses, starting from pharmaceutical, manufacturing, e-learning, social media platforms, the list goes on. We always manage to find something for one of our investors, and it's a lot quicker, a lot easier. So 6 months each year in the UK. Again, after 3 years, you are able to extend until the total of 5 years for settlement. Requirements are to invest in £50,000. The key benefits are here: you would be nominated as a shareholder and a director in the business as legal formalities. Low investment and free investment as well. As I mentioned, you are able to invest £50,000 per business, and it will run on your behalf. You will have 0 liability and also 0 authority in the business, but it will meet all the criteria for you in regards to the UK Immigration Act. Also comes with legally bound contracts, such as the shareholders agreement with the companies that we can provide to you through UK lawyers, and it complies with all of the Home Office requirements. The businesses that you would invest into will make sure that all the criteria on your behalf would be met in order for you to become eligible for the fast track, should you choose to take that route. So the fees and charges here, the structure is a little bit different depending on which program you'd like to take. 15,000 is the standard, which is 5 years program. Again, very similar, 5,000 upon signing the contract, engaging our ties together. Once we have nominated the business that you would like to invest into and you found something suitable, we would chase the endorsements. Once we can legally show you the endorsements, the approval of your business, basically, this is when we request a second payment to our company. Once the endorsement has been provided, this basically means your application has been completed. The endorsement is the most important part of the Innovator application. Once you have the business endorsement, you are able to then, finally submit your documents. There is a potential for an interview as well here. However, again, the figures are very similar to the sole rep in terms of a 20% interview rate. We also provide assistance on these interviews. So we know exactly what kind of questions are asked and how they should be answered. So we support you fully also with the interview process. Now, moving on to the fast track, there is a £5,000 premium to nominate and prioritize each applicant in terms of the fast track. So the business would prioritize you to make sure that within the 3-year period, the criteria has been met on your behalf and you would be legally eligible to settle after the 3rd year. So it's the payment's slightly different. We take that 5,000 premium up front in order to nominate, as there are other business owners involved. You would need to sort of basically put a deposit down to make sure that you are prioritized. So the UK Tier 1 Investor Program is the 3rd and final program that we offer. This is typically for your high net worth individuals looking to make a significant investment into the UK through a regulated format, should you say. You can't just, real estate and government bonds are no longer eligible, but we will formulate the whole route of the investment through regulated corporations, and you will be able to invest into a new business or existing business with no language requirement. So the UK Investor Visa, offered through our joint venture with a UK FCA regulated financial institution. This provides you with all the assurity that there is a clear channel with no gray areas. Everything's above board, as all of these companies are regulated by the UK government. So the UK Innovator Residency Visa Program is a 3-tiered system, enabling individuals to invest at a higher level to be granted residency, with also much less requirement and criteria. So you can, like I said, you can invest into a new or an existing business. So how do you qualify for this? Simply, you need to show the funds, be able to maintain and accommodate yourself and any dependents without taking employment. So here you wouldn't want to work, you were not allowed to work also, apart from maybe in the business that you'd be investing into. So make UK your main home. This would mean you would have to change your domicile to the UK, and you'll need to spend at least, again, 50% of your time within the UK to maintain your visa. So there's 3 different tiers, as I mentioned, in terms of how quickly you can obtain the UK residency with which business or investment amount. So starting off at a 5-year period, you're looking at a 2 million investment amount. Or if you would like to chop down the time by 2 years, you can obtain it in 3 years with a 5 million investment amount. And the quickest route would be 2 years at £10 million. Now, we do offer some of these businesses to provide a guaranteed return for you on the investment that you make. And the process takes approximately 4 to 6 months to complete for this program. And individuals that have lived in the UK for 5 years, they would be eligible to get the residency even at the lower period with no criteria attached. There's no language requirements. Here it also mentions be of good moral character and not breach any immigration laws. So you still do have to abide by the immigration laws. However, you are not subject to any of the other criteria for the other programs. Demonstrate good knowledge of UK and culture and a basic level of English, Welsh, or Scottish Gaelic languages. So although there's no actual language requirements upon the application, if they do have any questions, you would still need to have some basic knowledge of the UK English language. However, a test or any sort of standard is not required. So again, for this program, dependents you're allowed to bring below the age of 18, either spouse, civil partner, or unmarried or same-sex partner may join you in the UK on this program as well. Dependents are allowed to study and work full-time in the UK. Settlement, very similar to the other programs. The initial visa will be granted for 3 years. If you've done the 5 million, then that's the cutoff. You would apply for your settlement then. If you've done the 2 years, you would need to extend for another 2 years, 5 years for another 2 years, sorry. And then finally at 10 million, you would be eligible after 2 years. So you'd be cutting your time down significantly. So you must not again have spent more than 180 days outside the country, and you're again able to have multiple businesses. The advantages here, of course, fast visa processing and straight visa requirements, no English requirements in terms of an actual standard. No individual maintenance funds required as well. Residency for the full family. Applicants are permitted to work, study, and engage in business activities in the UK. Visa travel to 180. So again, this is all hands-free. So the money that you'd be investing at this rate would be managed by the company that you'd be investing into. You'd become a shareholder and a director in this business, also through, again, legally bound contracts with the UK. Very similar process, holding a demonstration of the funds through a bank account or a bank statement, and the business plan. So the route of investment is very, very important. Potential interview at the end, and then residency approved. These are the different options moving forward. Option one at £2 million, 5-year program, 3-year program at £5 million, and a 2-year program at £10 million. So here for the fees and charges for the investor visa, it's $15,000 up front. There's a lot more due diligence involved. The legal procedure is a bit more intrusive. It's a lot quicker. Documents are provided, and the legal aspect on how the process is done is very different and more difficult, given the increase in the consultancy fee. So £15,000 for signing the contract, and once all the documents and everything have been signed and the approvals have come through upon physical submission, it would be a £10,000 top up, and then you get your residence. So moving forward, here we have some of the already approved cases, some of them different applications. We have sole rep, partners, Innovator, of course, investor as well. A colleague of mine just closed at around two weeks ago at £2 million. So we cover all array of our business plans. So here are some of the endorsement letters. So let me actually go into, made a nice little slideshow for you. So here we go. Start off with, so these are some of the client satisfaction testimonials that we have for you. These are some Google reviews, website reviews for you. I won't go through them all. This is just some credibility that we like to show. Our customer satisfaction is very, very important to us. As long as we provide a solution to our clients, then we are definitely happy, as long as they are happy. So yeah, I just got my UK overseas business representative visa together with my family within a few months, as promised. Excellent job. Thank you, Aqua Investments. Very efficient and accommodating staff. Customer staff are mandatory. Believe in a reigning client. I'm very confident with my future and investment through Aqua. We really pay homage to our clients. We take great care and detail to the application. Obviously, we understand that this isn't just an investment. You're not buying a house or a car. This is a lifestyle change at the end of the day. And whether you're looking for, you're maybe thinking, I want healthcare or education for my family, or simply a new opportunity for lifestyle. Whatever it may be, our goal is to provide you with the outcome you are looking for. So let me just show you as well some other approvals that we've got. These are again in physical form. These are the visa approvals for each of the programs. So here we have an Innovator. You can see the dates highlighted as well. So all very recent, very happy customers. Innovator's been a little bit difficult through Corona, to be honest, with the lockdowns, dealing with the endorsement bodies. Now, we are very proud to mention that we have exclusive contacts and engagements and affiliation with 3 of the different endorsement bodies. But in total, we work very closely with 12 in total, 12 endorsement bodies. No other immigration firm in the UAE has such a solid and profound relationship with these endorsement bodies in the UK, especially when it comes to exclusive rights to these endorsements. So finally, as well, last but not least, the endorsement letters, which is really the bread and butter to the immigration application for the Innovator. How it works is basically at the second payment stage, this is when you would receive your endorsement letter from the endorsement bodies nominating you as an eligible party to invest into said business at X fee or investment. So this is very important. Like I said, these endorsement bodies are hired by the UK government to take part and provide the role of applying a decision to each business, whether it's a deny or an approval. This is where we work very closely with them to provide our clients with successful business applications. So on that note, I'd just like to show you a very short testimonial from one of our clients. Very, very happy.
Hello, my name is Shahravi. I am from Iran and I just want to share my experience with Aqua Investment. Actually, one of my friends referred this Aqua Investment as a very reliable company. After I found that yes, they have so many clients and they have lots of good experience in this regard, I actually signed a contract with them to start my process. During this process, all my documents has prepared one by one, and I have received so many follow-up and so many calls from the Aqua Investment to prepare and process all my documents, prepared my business plan, and then we also add the business plan to the file, and we submitted the file almost 3 weeks back, less than 3 weeks back. So I expecting to receive a call for interview from UK consulate. Fortunately, without any interview, I received my visa directly from the VFS less than 3 weeks. So I'm very happy. Now I'm planning to move to UK, and I want to really appreciate all the Aqua Investment team for all the support. Thank you very much, and I hope you have the same experience soon.
Very, very fast case, Mr. Shahravi. Again, an Iranian national, very, very happy with the process and how everything went. Very easy application. So I'd like to move on to any questions that anyone may have. So just before we go to the questions and answers, we, for this webinar specifically for everyone attending, we are providing discounted rates on the applications, on our consultancy fees. So whereas most of our products are tagged at £15,000 per application, we would be offering a massive £3,000 discount on the total package, therefore bringing the total price to £12,000. This would change the structure of the payment a little bit. So instead of 555, we would do a 66. The reason, to be honest, we're pushing so hard for this as well on your behalf is generally, if you do some research in the UK, especially when it comes to the endorsement bodies, the minimum investment is £50,000. However, when it comes to the hands-free options, these businesses are not looking for investment anywhere south of £100,000. So luckily, our directors spent hard hours looking for additional businesses to make it a little bit more affordable for individuals that maybe don't have that level of investment. So £50,000 at the moment is doable for the plug and play option. However, in the past, it was £100,000. I'd like you to keep that in mind. So at the end of the webinar, we can provide you with a link. This discount will be valid for a 24-hour period, where we would request an initial 2,000 upfront to solidify your program. And this will obviously be taken out of the first payments once the final contract has been signed. Obviously, we will send you the contracts, everything for you to do your due diligence, but that is how you grab the opportunity to avail the discount. So £2,000 deposit within a 24-hour period, go over the contract, have one-on-one chats on Zoom again to make sure you're happy with everything. If there's anything you would like amending in the contract, or we can definitely accommodate most requests as long as it remains within the legal boundaries. Yeah, so any questions so far? If you'd like more specific in-depth analysis on a particular program or the process, then please do share your question. So for people that may be new to Zoom, there is a Q&A tab where you can click on it and ask your question directly. Okay, so sorry, I may have brushed over this. For the Innovator program, it's 4 to 6 months for the plug and play, the hassle-free option, where you would invest into a business that we would assist you with. If you're nominating your own business idea, we would need to go through a bit more of a process in terms of due diligence and making sure that the endorsement body accepts and approves your innovation and the idea behind it. So there would be a bit more of a lengthy application involved there. So another question, so here, 50,000. Okay, 50,000, no, £50,000, Mr. Sadiq. Also, a timeline for the investment of the 50,000. See, once you invest or choose the investment to invest the 50,000 into, you would be in direct communication with the business owners themselves. So obviously there are additional investors and shareholders involved in this business. You would be in direct communication with the business owners, and I mean, the quicker everyone invests, the quicker the business will get off the ground and rolling, basically. So you would be in direct communication with them. Generally, we're looking at around a 3 to 6 month period from the time that you land and get settled in the UK. You would need to eventually transfer the funds and invest in the business. Any age limit for investment visa and PR? No, not at all. I believe last year in January, we did a gentleman that was 73 years old, Pakistani gentleman, so no age limits whatsoever. You have 75% shares of a new company in Dubai and 100 shares of a company in Beirut with no bank statements. Only initial deposit because of the bank's financial. So unfortunately, if the company doesn't have bank records, whether it's now or even before, unfortunately, they would not be considered. That's a losing case, unfortunately. So if you have your best bet, Mr. El-Zahir, would be to divulge some of your shares in the UAE business that you may have to a business partner or a family member, and you would still obtain the POA, and we would be able to open your branch that way. A company that does not have any track record theoretically through a banking system or traceable financials just wouldn't help, unfortunately. So yeah, to anyone, I do believe we can send the recording. I'll check with the marketing department. I'll send you the recording of the whole webinar from start to finish. Work outside the business. So, very good question, Mr. Amar. No, as the main applicant, this is very important. The main applicant for the Tier 1 Innovator program does not have the eligibility or the freedom to work for any other company other than the proposed business idea that they were initially granted the residency for in the first place. So, how we bypass that, if any of you have wives or spouses that have professional working experience or even a significant level of academic accomplishment, we can nominate them to be the main applicant, which would allow you to remove all of the limitations from yourself, as you would now be deemed a dependent. So the Innovator program should be a real new business, an innovative idea, yes. So it has to be, it's not just an idea, the business would have to be implemented and run. These endorsement bodies also follow up with each company on a 3-month period, 6-month period, 12-month period, and then a 24-month period to make sure that they're on track. If they need any support, whether it's from marketing or whatever it may be regarding their industry, to make sure that they have the highest chance of success. So it would have to be a real business. Like I said, you can either come up with your own idea, which we can get approved for you, or we will provide you with a hands-free option where you can simply invest into, leave it there, whether you want to migrate to the UK or stay in your own country currently, you will be able to achieve and avail the UK residence. Yeah, £50,000 is as of last year, they dropped it from £200,000 to 50. So this is a fantastic time to get in, as Brexit has posed some economic difficulties and challenges on the UK, and to compensate for the loss of business and staff and GDP, they decided to drop the investment amount for this program, allowing a larger volume of investors to come with foreign currency, therefore, normalizing and equalizing the loss of money within the market as well. So yeah, £50,000, Mrs. Deek. You keep it in your bank account for a period of, let's say, 90 days. They have recently changed the rules, I believe. I don't know if it's in full effect yet, to 28 days. So as long as you have a bank statement showing £50,000 in your bank account for a 1-month period, that's all we need. Plus IELTS, plus an updated CV and a police report. That's it. It's very, very simple. You can switch through the programs. However, this would mean you would lose the time that you've gained. So sorry, let me repeat the question for anyone else. Samar is asking if, for example, you're on sole rep, can you switch to Innovator? You can. However, let's say you've clocked up 270 days in the country. Once you swap and change your visa, change of status, you would go back. So you would start theoretically all over again. So personal bank account or business bank account, very good question. So for the sole representative program, they are focusing on the financials of the corporate entity, not the individual. However, recently they are asking for personal bank statements as well, just to add a bit more strength and credibility to the application. But generally, they want to see a minimum of 2 to 3 years bank statements and audit reports from the company bank account. Now, if it's for Innovator visa, as long as you have the money in your account or it's being nominated to you through a gift deed, through a family member, you just have to show a bank statement of 28 days. What is the period, sorry, from application to final visa? Again, it varies, but for Innovator, you're looking at a between 4 to 6 month period. So we will start your process, and by the time you will have the visa in hand, you're looking at around a 6 month period, in generally a worst case scenario. We always like to under promise and over deliver. Or the other way around, actually, sorry. We always like to, yeah, we're under promise. We never like to provide the client with a timeline that is not feasible or unrealistic, because then it just when it starts to drag, no one likes a delay. Yeah, 28 days for the bank statements. £50,000 can be shown either with some liquidity. Yes, very good question, Amar. Thank you. £50,000 cannot be in form of asset. It needs to be liquid. We can display a fixed bond or fixed deposit note. Some countries call them different things. It has to be liquid. It has to be tangible cash. You have a beautiful 5-bedroom villa somewhere. That's very nice, but unfortunately, the value of that property, I mean, you could argue it's worth $10 million, but in actual reality, the market may, stipulates less than $20,000. So it needs to be liquid cash. No degrees required for any of the programs. Obviously, the higher level of education, it could add brownie points or, some small credibility factors to your case, but in any case, if you have a branch and you have the extensive knowledge within that business, that's perfect. If you have the idea or an innovative suggestion of a business, as long as you have the cash, again, those are the main criteria. But the IELTS is 5.5 general, 5.5 in each band. So if you're scoring a 9 in speaking and a 4 in reading, unfortunately, you would have to redo that. Can it be physical gold, Ali? I mean, look, you'd have to speak to maybe someone in the Home Office about that specifically, but unfortunately, I mean, look, their argument will be if you have physical gold, then go and cash it in and keep the money in your account. They won't accommodate, commodities. So let me just. Is there any other questions? I mean, is there any specific criteria? The majority of our clients are looking for education and a second lifestyle for their family and the children. UAE is getting very expensive. Some people are being laid off, unfortunately. So it's a great time to take and seize this opportunity to migrate or at least acquire the UK residency as a backup plan, maintain your current lifestyle. And when you've, maybe had enough or you feel it's time to migrate, that residency is always in your back pocket and it always gives you the freedom to move how you wish. So how many endorsement bodies are you associating with? At the moment, 12. We have 12 endorsement bodies that we work with. 3 of them are exclusive to Aqua. It's been a very tiresome process. Our director has been in very close contact with all of these endorsement bodies. Again, I can't stress this enough. These are the individuals that approve the business ideas that either you would be willing to put in front of them for approval, or the business ideas that we present to you as business opportunities for investment. The business plan for the Innovator visa, do you provide or should you provide? So again, like I said, if you think you have an innovative idea, we will be more than happy to take it on board. I have a client, Mr. Arif, him and his son are very keen on a very specific food concept with an innovative twist. So they are providing the business idea. We would then generate a larger and more in-depth business plan and get it approved by the endorsement bodies. Therefore, he's investing $50,000 to his own business. However, the businesses that we would provide to you, these businesses are approved by the government, meaning the due diligence has been done. The background of the company, the business model, the growth factors, the viability and sustainability factors of the business are very, very promising. Also, there is a high demand already for these products. However, nobody has come up with a platform to be able to monetize such products or services. So they're very new, very innovative. If you look back to Uber, Airbnb, these were very innovative ideas and very interesting platforms, which exploded and provided a global service for the industries that they're in. And to be honest, made a massive monopoly. There's some countries that are being wiped out in terms of the local taxis, let's say, because of Uber. So we're looking at similar businesses. The scale is very similar. Some of the businesses are even looking to go for IPO within a 5-year period. So 50,000 you'd be investing could explode into 300, 400, 500% within a very short period. Very, very promising businesses. So, and directly, can I apply for my family or not? How many dependents may an applicant? So how we can do your whole family in one shot. However, where we generally like to, we go systematically. So if you are the main applicant, we will apply for you first to make sure your case is, without any glitches, without any hiccups. And then once you get your approval, we'll automatically apply for your dependents. It's like a domino effect. Ultimately, if once you get your residency, they would naturally get theirs through dependents. I have an idea you can help with the business plan then. For example, I have 3. Yes, yeah. So the £15,000 or our consultancy fees cover you from start to finish. So as I mentioned, we don't just issue you the approval and the visa and wish you on your way to the UK. We make sure that, throughout your application, through each extension phase, all of the legal and admin work is taken care of in terms of the fees. We will support you throughout from A to Z. Yeah, so Ali, if you have an interesting business idea, you can provide us what we call like a pitch deck, where you would go through some of the facts and figures, the profile of the business and the nature of the service or product, including financial figures to back it up. And we would get it endorsed by the UK government. Do I need to pay extra for the dependence applications? Absolutely not. I mean, in terms of the fees that go to the government, there's an additional charge per visa fee. This goes straight to the VFS and to the government. In terms of our consultancy fee, regardless of the size of your family, as long as all children are below 18 and your spouse, everybody is free included. Very good question. How can I book? So is there any legal requirements or legal agreements between you and the company? Absolutely. So we have a legally binding contract, which is upholdable here and in the UK for our clients to feel secure with not only the fees that they are paying, but that they will be serviced and their job will be fulfilled 100% by Aqua, providing you the solution and the outcome that you desire. Thanks, Ali, so much for attending. See you soon. If you have any questions furthermore, please do get in touch. So is there any further questions? As a show of hands, who is a business owner and who is a more on the innovative track? Who's looking to make the investment and who's looking to create a brand? Sure, I will send more specifications to your email, Mr. Richmond. The maintenance charges, Mr. Junaid, it's a one-time thing. So you simply need to demonstrate that you have the fees and maintain them in your bank account. So allow me to go back into so if anyone would like here's my contact details for any further information. The majority of you, I believe, have me on WhatsApp anyway. I've sent you the email. We've been through a lot of the content and material required to be eligible for this program. If there's any further questions, I'd be happy to take one-on-one Zoom meetings, send you all the documentation, well, again, if required. Is there any further questions? I don't see any questions additionally coming in. I think that's it. I need to pay now. Very good question. So as I mentioned, the discounts provided to the webinar attendees is a flat £3,000 discount. This would naturally change the breakdown, the payment structure. Instead of 555, we'll give it to you at 6,000 on signing and 6,000 on online submission. In order to grab this opportunity, we'll issue a payment link and send it out to everybody. £2,000 up front, solidify and grab this opportunity. And that's it. It's very, very simple. So just to let you know, anyone that has come late or has missed some specific information, maybe even myself, I've missed or brushed over some of the information, please forgive me in that case. We will send out the video recording for anyone that wishes to go over it. And obviously, like I said, I'm here to assist. If there's any further questions, you can get me on WhatsApp or email. So we'll finish off there. Thank you all for attending. It was a pleasure. Thank you for your time. I hope I answered all, if not the majority of your questions. Moving forward, I'll be happy to assist you. Have a great evening all. Thank you very much. Take care.